We're just a couple of days, really, from football practice starting and us getting ready for the 2024 season under Coach Akylin Dear. But this weekend in Tuscaloosa, cold summer cookout. And, boy, we got a lot of news on that to talk about right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and, most importantly, roll Tide. All right, there he is. Big, sexy Elmo. Roll Tide in the house. Is it too early for all that?
It's early, but it'll be okay. We got a huge weekend coming up, Mick.
Mm-hmm. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. Because first off, and I mean, I know that we kind of have an order of, hey, this comes first. But, dude, the biggest thing to me is that wide receiver Caleb Cunningham isn't going to Auburn's Big Cat Cookout this weekend because people were pretty concerned that maybe he might flip. We love this guy. We know he's not going anywhere.
No, he's not going anywhere. And this pretty much proves it. It's like, wait a minute, the Big Cat Cookout or the Alabama Cold Summer Cookout? I know Bama's going to have much better food. And I'm going to be there with the guys. I mean, I don't blame them a bit. I mean, why waste a weekend in Auburn?
Nah, boring there. I've never liked that place. Let me ask you this: when you do cookouts, are you a grill master? And what are the dishes that you like the best, or that you are able to make for cookouts?
I'm not. I'm normally not the grill master. I haven't done it in quite some time. Don't even own a grill anymore. I'm afraid someone will steal it off my porch. Live in a great neighborhood. No, I live pretty close to the road, and it would be very easy for them to get it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I had to chain it to the tree. That's the Walker County way of doing things around here. Chain that baby to the tree. Normally, I'll bring ice to the cookout. And if they need some hot dog buns or something, I'll provide that. I've always been the type, and God bless, I have to go back to my buddy Bull, our buddy Bull. Whenever I would have like a cookout or it was like a big holiday weekend or something, I would order all of the food from him, and then just bring it in trays, and the family loved it, and it was like. It was the easiest thing for me to do, but that's the way I kind of handled everything. And now since he passed away, it's like we're starving to death on holidays.
Yeah. Old York, the Bullpen Steakhouse in Oakman, Alabama, and of course the legendary our good friend, one of our best friends, maybe your best friend, my best friend, Bull Corey, everybody's best friend.
Yeah, he was.
We lost about a year ago today. Pretty close to it.
It's coming up. It's coming up. So, but anyway, I mean, the cold summer cookout. What's your go-to as far as the cookout is concerned? What are you having on your plate?
Well, I'm always doing hamburgers first. And I will eat a hot dog, but I'm a hamburger guy, and I like cheese on that, which makes that a cheeseburger.
Right.
And I like a good brat. I'll go brat. Shrimp on the grill is always good. I'm a seafood guy. Yeah. And for me, I mean, if these guys are coming to my cookout, I'm steaming crabs Maryland style for them.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to love those. They're going to be like, man, I didn't know about these. And I'll be like, that's because I brought these.
It's a big thing right here. And I also bring plenty of to-go plates.
All the stuff you're bringing is important. Right. You're the guy that brings the stuff that you always need, but you don't have.
They're like, Brett, I'm glad you brought us to-go plates. I said, no, these are mine. You should have brought your own.
Well, how about this? Number 2 running back in the nation, 4-star, Akylin Dear, going to be in attendance. And I think that this is a guy who's going to be part of this recruiting class really soon.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that we'll get a commitment out of him this weekend.
I hope so.
I mean, I think I just have it. My Crimson Tide senses are going off, and I just feel like it's time for a commitment. And I think he'll come to this cookout, and we'll get a commitment out of him this weekend.
All right.
That's my crystal ball projection.
Okay. Well, here's a crystal ball projection that a lot of people are making. Nae'shaun Montgomery will announce his commitment, 4-star wide receiver. Is Alabama in the mix to add another wide receiver? And, what do you think about Montgomery?
Well, he's 6'2", 185 pounds, and he's ranked in the top 10 in the receivers group in the state of Florida. You got Florida in there, LSU, Florida State, Penn State, Alabama, and Oregon. And we kind of put this up here because we want to keep up with all of the recruiting news. I don't think he's coming to Alabama. I think he's leaning more toward probably Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't get them all, but then again, it's like Alabama. It's coming to the point to where are you going to put these guys if you do get them?
Yeah, right. Well, you got 2, including Cunningham, and they've talked about maybe adding someone else, right? But I haven't heard much about Montgomery. I'm thinking that it's Khalid Lockett would be the other guy, the 5-star from Texas.
And we've talked about this guy a couple times throughout this offseason, but we'll finally get word from him a month away. But still, Alabama's in the mix, but I still think he's probably going to go. I think he's going to stay in state.
Mm-hmm. That's something to watch, though.
Yeah,
really something to watch. All right, let's talk about overall, where we're at right now. Akylin Dear, your opinion on the state of this Alabama program before fall practice starts.
Yeah, and I think it starts a week from tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
It's coming.
Yeah. I would say ahead of schedule. I think, and we've talked about it. I think he's picked right up, and then maybe doing better than Coach Saban was doing. It's hard to say that, but but the guys just come in, and you know how it is. Your first day on the job, you hit the ground running. You want to impress all of your fans, employees. The university. And he had humongous shoes to fill, and he hit the ground running with his staff. And look, I mean, he's done a great job with this 2025 class, and now he's turned. We talked yesterday about the 2026 class. A lot of those guys coming in for this cookout this weekend. Mm-hmm. I mean, this guy's not stopping.
No,
and I can't wait for the first game to kick off. I'm really interested to see how we do early in the season against Georgia. I think that's a really good measuring stick. You win that ball game, a lot of folks are going to start turning and looking at one another and saying, "Uh-oh, these guys ain't going anywhere."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. I think you don't underestimate Wisconsin either. I mean, that's going to be a tough game on the road.
Right.
It's. To me, it's all about how the secondary is able to adjust. And will Alabama be able to stop the run like they always did under Nick Saban? How's that defensive line going to be? I'm a little worried about the defense because of the way that they played in the first half of the 8A game, but I'm not too worried about the offense. I think that the offense could be a lot of trouble for teams, including Georgia in the SEC. And it's an offensive league now.
Right, and it may work to our advantage that the offense is going to be, I think, really high powered, and it'll give our defense time to really get into their own. Mm-hmm. Because I believe you're going to have to outscore us.
Yeah,
you're just can your offense keep up with ours?
Yeah,
because I think we're going to have a high powered offense.
So
under DeBoer. So, I love where the program's going. We're excited. August is almost here, and that means football's here.
Yep. Guys, show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. You love the table games and slots like Brett, who is the master of roulette. Maybe you're into the sports book. You like to go out and wager money legally on your favorite teams, like we did out in Vegas. You can do that as well. And Philadelphia, Mississippi, hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 hours from Birmingham, and really a fun place. You put down a bet $50 or more in the sports book, and you can play Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, which is the Augusta you can play for just $40. And don't forget Geyser Falls, the water park, going strong right now as well. They got the spa out there, so many cool things to check out at Pearl River Resort. All right, when we come back, Brett takes over the show. More of the Bama Tailgate Daily Show right after this quick message.
Resort. They call him Big Sexy, coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy, throwing out those Alabama thoughts, sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. It gives you the XP, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
That makes me laugh every time.
I need to send you and remind me, there was a song that I was sent on YouTube called Walker County Girls. And
it good.
It was recorded back in maybe the early 60s.
Is that like California Girls?
Yeah, but I just got to send it to you because you're going to love this.
I will.
Yeah, because you're going to hear a lot of things that a lot of communities and everything. It was really good. And the guy went on to become a preacher, but apparently that was in his pre-preaching days.
I thought you were going to tell me the guy went on to become Goober on the Andy Griffith Show.
No, I think Goober had some songs, but I can't find those. Today's the 25th day of July, and to be honest with you, I looked for the celebrity birthdays, and I know no one except for one person, and that is Matt LeBlanc. He played Joey in Friends.
Hey, I got a birthday today.
57. Whose birthday is today?
Ruth Christine Gillespie, my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, sis. If you ever watched the show, we would have to do spaghetti and chocolate cake for her birthday as kids.
Was that her go-to?
Cabbage Patch Kids. And she liked Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah. Also, the basis of Earth, Wind, and Fire, Verdine White, is 73 today.
Drop the ball on that one, Brett. It's all on me. You had tickets for it, and we just couldn't make it work that particular time. And that's the bad part about having 4 or 5 jobs like I do. It's like, like you got to pick and choose. We picked and chose Vegas over Earth, Wind, and Fire, but it was a close call. I mean, I would have loved to have seen those guys, man.
Yeah, and I still have people that I gave tickets to through the radio station say that was like one of the most energetic concerts they'd ever been to.
Really?
I said it was just so much fun.
Oh, man.
But, just a little salt in the wound there. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That Mick Gillespie guy. I think I'm going to go see Hootie and the Blowfish tomorrow night.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I like Hootie. If you're looking for something to celebrate today is National Chili Dog Day.
Hey, look, I'm not a big hot dog guy. You were talking about that, but and it's just because I've been in ballparks so much. I've just